determination, hard work, and persistence in achieving any goal. He faced many setbacks throughout his life, but he learned something from each of them and ultimately became one of the most successful and influential industrialists in history. His story is not just one of success, but also a journey that reflects the challenges, goals, hard work, and courage required to succeed. Birth and early struggles. Henry Ford was born on July 30th, 1863, in the small town of Dearborn, Michigan. His family worked on a farm, and his father was named William Ford. His mind was always focused on machines, tools, and modern inventions. This passion led him toward mechanical engineering, and he was always engaged in making something new with his hands. From an early age, Ford had an interest in mechanical work, keen when he decided to create machines and mechanical devices. He succeeded in doing so. His real success came with the creation of the Model T, which became a milestone in automobile history. Not only was the Model T successful, but it also became the world's first mass-produced car, meaning it could be produced in large quantities and was affordable for the average person. It sped up car production and significantly lowered costs. The assembly line method increased production speed to such an extent that Ford Motor Company could produce a car every 93 minutes. This method is still used globally in various industries today, and Ford's innovation became famous worldwide. Ford's dream was to make automobiles accessible to everyone, and he dedicated his life to this goal. This decision not only improved the workers' lives, but also boosted their morale and work ethic. This progressive move turned Ford into an industrial leader, and his name became synonymous with a new era of industrialization. He demonstrated that workers' welfare and business success could go hand in hand. He was always experimenting with new tools and devices, trying to improve and innovate in everything he could. During his early education, Ford realized that his life would not be limited to farm work. However, Ford did not consider this failure as his destiny, but rather as a learning opportunity. Despite this setback, he tried again and established the Ford Motor Company, which would later become the cornerstone of his career. Ford's heart was never in farm work, which is why his efforts were never limited to the ground. A first business venture and failure. Henry Ford's first business venture was the Detroit Automobile Company. It was founded in 1899. Unfortunately, this company did not last long. His first car, the Model A, was a modest vehicle, but Ford's true vision was much bigger. Ford's greatness lay in his ability to view his failures as stepping stones to success. He famously said, "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently." Assembly line and revolutionary methods. One of Henry Ford's most revolutionary innovations was the introduction of the assembly line. Moreover, Ford made another groundbreaking decision. He introduced a $5 per day wage for his workers, which was the highest wage of its time. Economic change and global impact. The impact of Henry Ford's success extended far beyond the borders of the United States. His methods of production and decisions regarding workers' rights show that Ford sought to harmonize economic development with the well-being of workers. His decisions did not just affect the American economy, but also set new standards for global industry. Ford proved that it is possible to create a balance between business and labor. And when this balance is achieved, it paves the way for progress and growth on both sides. Henry Ford's vision was always about moving forward and turning his dreams into reality. He firmly believed that failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Ford created a world where workers were prosperous, production was efficient and affordable, and automobiles were within the reach of every individual. His vision continues to live on in Ford Motor Company's successful policies and actions. Despite his passing, his legacy is still very much alive in the Ford Motor Company and industries worldwide. Ford was more than just a businessman. He was a person who reshaped the entire industrial system with his hard work and dedication. One of his greatest qualities was his ability to view failures as opportunities to learn and refine his approach, paving the way for greater success. He proved that with hard work, determination, and persistence, anyone could overcome any challenge. His success was built on his hard work, self-confidence, and dedication to his dreams. Ford revolutionized the automotive industry with mass production and the assembly line. And through his life, he taught the world that achieving great goals requires passion, hard work, and persistence. Death and legacy. Henry Ford passed away on April 7, 1947, at the age of 83 in Dearborn, Michigan. Conclusion. Henry Ford's life journey teaches us that failure does not end our dreams. Rather, it provides an opportunity to learn and grow.